Sometimes there's a person in your life that everyone knows and recognizes. They get stopped on the street to talk for what seems like hours. Not that I'm speaking from personal experience. My grandma is that person. It seems like she knows everyone and is friends with everyone. I admire her a lot for being a friend to so many people. Eliane Louise Shepard Gable was born at St. Mary's Hospital in Ladysmith, Wisconsin, May 22, 1934. She weighed 6 pounds, her eyes were brown, and her hair was blonde. Her parents were Grant Eli Shepard, who was born July 6, 1893, and Cora Almy Nicole Shepard, who was born August 23, 1893. An interesting story from when she was little is when they were both helping her dad and mother pick cucumbers for canning. Her siblings Bob and Pearl urged her to come and help pick, and she told them, "When I do pick pickles, I do pick pickles. When I don't pick pickles, I don't pick pickles." She went to a country school called Sunnyside starting when she was 6 years old. She didn't go to kindergarten. Her favorite subjects were reading and English. The school only had one teacher, Mrs. Polevka, and she walked to school every day. In 7th grade, she moved off the farm into town. She asked her brother if he would take her to school, and he agreed. She thought he would go in with her, but he pulled up to the sidewalk and said, "See you later." She was confused about where to go, so she told him she didn't know which was the middle school and which was the high school. He still didn't get out. She asked him, "What if I can't get the door open?" He replied, "Someone will get it for you." Years later, she told him, "I really wanted you to go in with me." He said that she had to grow up sometime. Her favorite school memory was having a picnic at the end of the school year, where the parents and the kids gathered together. Her least favorite school memory was that she was not good at sports, so when they played softball, she was always the last one chosen. Eliane met her husband in high school. Jack Edward Gable was 2 years older than she, and they met when she was a freshman. One of her best friends was an absolute flirt, and she knew Jack before Eliane met him. Her best friend Karen and she had gone to the basketball game where there was a dance afterward, which they stayed for, so it was midnight when the dance ended. When they walked outside, it had been snowing all night. Jack walked with them down the sidewalk. Then they saw that their street was filled with snow. They hadn't worn their boots as it wasn't snowing when they went to the game. They didn't know how they would get home. Jack said that he would go ahead of them and they could follow in his footsteps. They picked up another girl on their way, and she got to her house. Then they made sure Karen got inside her house, and they walked to Elaine's. She thanked Jack, and they said goodnight. Jack was on his way to his house, where his mother was waiting, and she asked him where he had been and why he was late. I'm not sure that Jack's mother believed that he had provided footsteps in the deep snow for 3 gals to follow to their homes, but it was the truth. Jack and Eliane got married on April 7th, 1954. This is their wedding picture. Jack and Eliane had 4 kids together, Lisa, Nikki, and Kevin, who made sure that everyone knew that he was 13 and a half years older than the youngest, Allison. One funny story about her children growing up was when Kevin was being picked on when he and Lisa were walking home. Lisa told the bully, "I'll punch you and give you a bloody nose if you don't stop." The bully continued, so Lisa punched him, and sure enough, he had a bloody nose. Later, the bully's mom called and asked what Eliane was planning to do about Lisa, and she said, "Nothing. She warned your son to stop, and he didn't." Jack spent his working life as a manager at JCPenney's, and often had meetings in different parts of the U.S., which led to a lot of traveling. That's Kevin, and this is Lisa. Eliane and Jack's family tree has grown tremendously. This picture is almost all of their family. Eliane is very active in her grandchildren's lives. She always tries to visit for birthdays and events that are important to them. This picture is Jack, Eliane, Allison, and her husband Scott, and their twins, Anna and Grant. Eliane and Jack live in Ortonville, Minnesota, close to their son Kevin and his wife Beth. They are very active in their community. This picture is right after a production of the musical State Fair. One of Jack's favorite roles he ever played was Tevye in Fiddler on the Roof. This is a picture of Jack in his Tevye costume. Elaine's favorite quote is Romans 8:28, and we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to his purpose. Her biggest accomplishment is finding her Prince Charming, and if she could change one thing, she would marry the same man every day. Elaine's husband Jack passed away January 12, 2019 in Sanford Hospital in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Eliane has stayed strong, though, and is still active with her friends and family, attending concerts for her grandchildren and staying close with her best friends. Thank you.